But you know that I am like a learner, I'm always learning. I'm feeling so great, you never ever test me. Yeah, you know I contemplate every single thing I do, yeah, that's every move. Yeah, you feel me great and I'm in the groove. And I back up, yeah, that's disco. And you feel me, so let's go. And you know that I never mess around. Yeah, you looking like a clown as it's going down. And I'm in your town, never Cleveland. Feeling so great, yeah, it's relieving. Every single time I catch a sickness.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. That was we were actually recording that whole thing, just so you know, so we're just going to get right into it because...
Let's do it.
Because that's how we roll.
Was that recorded?
What's up, everybody? This is Jason Hartzler. Joining me today on the Amused with the World podcast, episode 1, The Redux, is my co-host, Michael Stifler.
Hey,
Let's
I'm Mike
get it.
Stifler. I'm your co-host of the show today. Nice to be here, guys.
It's very nice to have you.
I'll be your co-host today.
I'm also joined by the
These
lovely,
are both blessings.
the lovely and always welcome Jordan Fitzpatrick, a.k.a. Horde of Jordan.
I am feeling very welcome, guys.
All right. I had a really good cold open planned for this, but we kind of just went right into it with the freestyle.
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
So, no, I was going to say, okay, welcome to the Amused with the World podcast, the show where the stories are made up and the points don't matter. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The points are like every relationship you had before you graduated high school. Boom. Roasted.
Boom.
Self-roast.
Get you right there. Hit you where it hurts. Where the sun don't shine.
Okay, so anyways, we're going to go ahead and cue the intro. Okay, and we're back. That was awesome. What a good...
That was beautiful.
What a good intro.
Yeah,
It was-
that was great.
That was solid. Well, whatever that will be in the future.
Hello, folks.
Okay, anyways. So, this is, as you know, the first episode of the podcast since, I don't know, 5 years. It's been almost 5 years now, coming up. And we didn't really have a good direction for it before, and don't really have a good direction for it now.
What are you doing with
There's
your
no
life?
need. We're good.
Yeah, we're good. Anyways, so the way I envision it is just kind of like a group of young gents get around a table and have a discussion about whatever they're feeling, whether that be music or film, gaming, butt sex.
We could be feeling pretty
any of
crazy.
that.
We could be talking about some crazy things.
Yeah. And today I just happen to have a good friend of mine, a good friend of mine, a good dear friend of mine, Jordan Fitzpatrick. What's up, Jordan?
What is up, Jason? We are bros. J Reels. We've been brothers. What is up?
Not much, man. No, but for real. So, I guess give a quick like snippet of like what you do, who you are. I know that's kind of deep, but like.
All right. So I am a person who loves life. I always take it with a happy perspective. I never, ever try to be negative. There's no point in being negative because you can't change anything, so you got to be positive. So I also work in the petroleum industry randomly, and I also just enjoy life and hanging out.
Yeah. And you like, yeah, you got into like what you work and do. And
I like
stuff,
to
but,
golf
like,
as well.
Yeah, I hear you're a kick-ass golfer.
I like to
actually.
golf. Golfed in Colorado a lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Are we gonna segue right into that?
No,
right
we're
off
not
the
gonna
bat, my dude?
We're not gonna.
Okay, but real quick before, I want everybody to know that listen to this, all 10 of you or 15, you know, if
or
you're lucky,
50.
or 50, one day.
Or just Fred.
It's that
Just
one.
Fred. Just that one guy.
Just that one guy.
What's up, Fred?
Fred, shouts out.
Cheers, man.
The you were you do a little bit of work with music on the side, and you're really good at it. You're talented. I know it. I'm not
Thank
just
you.
saying it because you're my friend.
You are my dude. Thank you. Appreciate
But
it.
so you like rap and stuff, and your rap moniker.
I like to rap. I would consider myself a heavy moniker. I'm completely joking.
No, I was gonna say you go by Horde of Jordan, correct?
Horde of Jordan. Absolutely right now.
This is our shameless pug.
This Horde of Jordan might change, so it's up for debate within my own myself, and I'm not 100% sure yet, but we're gonna figure it out.
It's like just like within.
What you at on Twitter, boy?
We can plug that stuff at the end.
Let's just plug it now.
I was just trying to get into the whole. He does rap, and he's good at it. So, you okay over there, Mike? You be okay?
I'm good, man.
All right. Please don't dab on the haters. Please no.
Never.
So, anyways, so you do rap on the side. You
Yep.
like to golf.
Yes,
You're a
sir.
lover of life.
I love dogs as well.
Does your family have a dog? feel like
I
you do.
have a golden retriever, and it's pretty awesome. She is pretty awesome, I should say. Not yet.
Aw,
I feel bad about saying it.
you should feel bad.
I do.
Anyways, so I don't know, dude. I don't want to go too in deep, but how did we?
Come
dude,
at
okay,
me,
I want
bro.
to tell this story though.
Come at me, bro.
About how we met,
Yes.
because this is a good story. Do you remember this?
Canada?
This was Canada.
I mean,
So-
we've met before, but Canada was really that was
was like Yeah, we.
the straw that broke the camel's back.
Oh my god, as Ryan Schilling would say, up top.
Boom.
No, yeah. So we got to know each other on this mission trip. This is funny in retrospect that it was a mission trip, but
Heathens.
we got to know each other on a mission trip from youth group because we went to the same church.
We were
for
on a
like
mission.
years. On a mission to save the youth in Canada. So it was this little town. It's called Ear Falls, and there's like 1,200 people. That was like the total population. That was spanned out over like 10-mile radius too. Like so, there's just like not a whole lot going on there.
It was interesting.
But anyways, we got stuck in a room together with another guy that we know, Ryan Schilling, and
Shouts out, bro.
what was that?
I just snapped my fingers together, dude. Respect.
I got you. Yeah, so we met in this room because I think the first thing we talked about ever was the NBA. And distinctly I remember, what was it that I said that night? We were up really late talking about something NBA involved.
I would say something LeBron James involved.
Oh, wait, no, I don't think it...
Yep.
No, I remember what it was.
Yes.
It was Lamar Odom.
Ooh.
Lamar's
Okay.
Because for some reason I had
It
this
might have
vendetta
been.
back then against Lamar Odom, a guy I don't know anything about.
I was thinking because it was that week that he decided to go to South Beach with his talents, and I was not too happy about that.
Was it that week? Oh,
That was
man.
the same week.
Dude, that was so long ago.
Same week.
And here we are years later with a championship. Thanks to...
We were also watching the World Cup that night. Shouts out.
Oh my gosh.
Boom. Dropping the bomb.
Anyways, I remember saying something like, it was like, what was it? Lamar Odom's a fucktard.
Yep.
Just like really loud in the middle of the night. Like, I don't know why.
That was the best. I wouldn't even consider that almost a. I would consider that a compliment, to be honest.
that he's a fucktard? We said- That's a compliment.
To him.
I'm clearly too sober for this right now. So, yeah. Anyways, that's where we deeply connected and bonded.
Yes.
It was our time in a foreign country together.
It was the best.
It's very sensual
We played
experience
some
for both of
soccer
us.
with the Vacation Bible Schools. I was gonna say
Yeah.
vocational, but it was more Vacation Bible School. I remember doing some dances, singing some songs, playing some soccer. It was a good time.
Dude, those kids were cool.
They were cool.
Dude, they're
They were
all
very
like,
cool.
they like, have you seen like, I'm still friends with some of them on like Instagram and like Facebook and stuff. They're like graduating high school now.
Yeah.
Which is insane to me because they were like 9 years old,
I
10
was gonna
years
say
old or something.
5th grade tops.
They were
fourth,
they were
fifth.
youngins.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we were youngins.
We were sophomores.
I like
That's
how we
crazy.
both just took like a
I was a
like
sophomore.
deep
You were a junior at the time.
Yeah, that's right. I
Wow.
was on my way to my senior year.
I was in
Shouts out.
7th grade.
Yeah,
I'm
like-
included.
Yeah, Mike's a youngin.
Mike was in 7th grade.
I'm a youngin.
He was there in
Conveniently,
spirit.
he has the best beard here, but he is the youngest.
Hey, guys. Please. No.
It's okay. Don't give yourself too much credit. It's patchy.
He does it too.
It's patchy. Yes, it's very patchy. I take no credit for any of my facial hair at all. Actually, Jason has a better beard.
It's all the genes.
Jason actually has a better beard.
I don't actually have a beard. I can't grow one, but thanks for the, our viewers don't know that. I have a great beard.
Is this where I plug my Bull Shark testosterone ad?
Not yet.
Get jacked, bro.
So Jason,
What's up, Fitz?
let's get down to the real business. So we lived together back in the day. A couple other roommates.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Right after high school for me, a couple after high school for you. So what did you think, dude?
Man, that was to start that part of my life, you have to deconstruct what was going on at the time. So you have like you said, we year or two removed from high school for all of us, and it was you, me, and Matt. Matt used to be the other co-host of the podcast.
Co-host.
He is
the pro.
He has moved on, but I'll have him on.
We love Matt.
I'll have him on at some point. I know I will.
I love Matt.
And then there's Einberg. But like,
Bird.
so we got this apartment that was a 2-bedroom apartment, 2-bathroom, but it was clearly meant for only 2 people to live there. Like, it's very
2 people tops.
Freaky about it too.
Tops.
I can hear this coming. There's some sexual innuendos in here somewhere. I just know it.
Not yet. That comes later. No. So it was. There were 4 of us, grown-ass males, in this tiny apartment, and things got a little heated. I don't think me and Fitz have ever like talked this out about what went down between you and me. Like, we've discussed it maybe.
Let's do it, Jay.
So like, I don't know how much I want to go into.
Tell it.
Like,
tell how it is.
Can I talk about?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Speak.
I mean, there was like this. Everybody was at that age where like drugs were cool. And
it happens.
I didn't know how to
Everybody
segue
does it.
into that.
It happens.
But so I mean, you get 2 people in the apartment, not me and Matt. Might have been more into illicit drug use than the rest of us, and it might have gotten us in trouble to the point where me and Matt decided we had to get out of the lease and get out of there real quick. But we all mended afterwards. But like, tensions definitely got high while we were there. I mean, I distinctly remember like being in the living room and like Matt was like just throwing a fit about you guys.
Absolutely.
Because he was not having it. Yep. He's an aggressive type.
I understand.
And he was like not having it. He took do you remember that we had that coffee table or whatever, that little round one that we got from Goodwill? He threw it. He grabbed it and threw it across the room. And it like got like within a half inch of hitting my flat screen.
My dude.
TV. And I was like, oh my god, dude, what? Why would you do that? Because that was my TV, man.
Yeah.
and I was really scared. But
I'm sorry, Matt.
So,
but it happened. Stuff happens, especially when you're young, because when I was at that point in my life living at an apartment, I was fairly young. Jason, you were 19 when you moved in?
Oh, I was 20. I had just turned 20.
I had just turned 18. Like, okay, no.
No, I think you were 19, dude.
I was 18. I'm sorry, I apologize. I was 18 when I moved in April, and then I turned 19 in June. And
that was about the time that me and Matt had moved out. That's about how long we lasted.
I understand
2 months,
though, because it was a time in life when, I mean, stuff happens and you probably shouldn't do what you did, but you did it, and it happened, I guess. So you got to learn from it.
Like, we were, like, the weed was like one thing, but then like I think we found out you guys were doing some other drug.
We were doing some stuff.
We were doing other things.
We were doing some.
We don't have to mention. I mean,
we can mention it.
I mean, dude. Hey man. It's That's on you if you want to mention, but I thought it was we were just a little worried, like, dude, like, because we were in the mindset, we were still kids, we were like scared. I'm like, dude, what if the cops, like, you know, what if someone calls the cops on us? Like, man, we're gonna get busted. Like, the whole place reeked of weed. like reeked. Like it moved from like you guys smoking in like your bedroom to like just blatantly smoking in the living room. And then I would come home some nights and there's just like 7 people gathered around this fucking bong and I don't even know who these people are. Like, I don't know any of these people. And they're all just like sitting there smoking with me. They're like, oh, hey, who are you? I'm like, oh, I live here. Thanks. Who are you?
Word of advice, never ever smoke in an apartment because people can smell you and it doesn't work out very well most of the time if you smoke a bunch indoors. Word of advice.
Okay, I thought you were about to like hit us with more advice.
I wasn't. That's all I got because I really, when I was at that point in my life, I didn't. It wasn't a thing. Like, I really, honestly, wasn't thinking. I didn't think, oh, I'm in an apartment. Nobody can smell me. It's like my own house. It's not like that. It's not like that. So don't even try it. It's not worth it.
And me and Matt had some sensitive nostrils back then because we didn't smoke as much.
And yeah, absolutely. I don't know. I apologize. There were some times when, you know, there were some things I shouldn't have been doing, and it was very evident. I assume.
Dude, it was. Do you remember the time? The building manager, by the way, his name was Gabe, and he was so cool.
He was
cool. So chill. Like, he was the only reason that he allowed all 4 of us to live in one apartment together, because I didn't even think they technically allowed that. They like, I think he might have cut our rent a little bit too. He was a good guy, but he comes down to our apartment one day, and he comes in. He's like, "Look, guys, listen, we need to have a talk." And he closes the door. He comes in, and we were all there, and he's like, "Guys, I'm not saying that you guys have been smoking any illicit drugs here, but," he's like, "I've been getting some calls, and some people have mentioned that they smell something that smells eerily similar to weed coming from here."
He was very cool about it.
And then he was so chill when he was like, "Look, I knew a guy. You know, I knew a guy, right, from college. This guy might have, you know, done similar things that you guys may or may not be doing. And some preventative measures that he took to prevent the smell from leaking out and from getting in trouble was the following: stuffing towels under your doors, taking empty
vaping
dryer
instead
sheets,
of smoking.
You take the dryer sheets, and it was stuffing the toilet paper rolls with the dryer sheets and blowing your smoke into them. I'm not saying you guys are doing anything, but if I was you, maybe I would invest in some of those ideas." And he was like so chill. He's like, "All right, cool. All right, I'll see you guys later."
He was very cool about that.
He was so, and it was definitely him he was talking about. If you didn't catch that from his story, it was not a friend of his.
Yeah,
he
was a nice guy. He was a good guy.
Oh, yeah.
We had some run-ins with a couple neighbors after that, but that we will not mention as much. Right, Jason?
With the run-ins with the neighbors?
Yep. The above neighbors, you remember that time?
Oh, didn't they just like call and complain, or was this the one that had to do with their kid or something like that?
I believe this is one time. I thought Matt had to help drain out the outside drain, and he opened the door and they had smelled it. I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe.
I thought they were smelling it through the bathroom. You guys smoked in the bathroom.
That could have been it as well. They might have been smoking. Which is
eerily similar to my apartment now.
Yes.
Me and Mike's apartment. That
you
people
can't do that.
Above us definitely smoke in their bathrooms, cigarettes and the ganj.
The ganj.
And
they
it
want
definitely
us to smell it. They want us to smell it. They have to.
Maybe they're trying to like do this weird like established dominance kind
of.
They're
like, hey, you cool if we smoke? Because we're gonna smoke anyways.
You sure you haven't given us a black man handshake? You haven't done that, so we know you ain't cool.
Oh man, dude.
Crack is down below us.
Easy there, pal. Easy there.
I bet that's what they think. It's like, how
Easy there, dude.
So J Reels,
Oh.
let's be for real here.
Let's be.
So, dude, the only problem that I've ever had with you is why have you not recreated the corn chowder that your dad used to make?
Oh my god.
Because this stuff,
Oh man.
seriously, would take me to the moon and back with how good it tasted. And it seemed to be every time that I stopped at Jason's house, this corn chowder would be ready and made. I don't know what it was.
Man. He just knew.
I think he knew I like corn chowder.
Jesus sent him a little messenger and said, "Hey, Fitz is coming by.
That's a God
Fire
thing.
up the stove.
Give me the corn chowder." I think Jason would take that as well.
It's. I mean, it is the best corn chowder around. That's for sure.
I mean,
Yeah, we used to.
It doesn't get better.
That was before we moved into that apartment. You'd come over and we'd hang out. We'd play some. I don't know. We'd play Skyrim or something.
Play some Skyrim. Maybe watch some. Here, Jason, can you give me that tune? I remember that.
Incredible that I remember that 10 years later.
It's beautiful. It is. It was such a good movie that it inspired me, truly.
Dude, it was...
What was it called?
It was Ong Bak.
Ong Bak. I would check it out. Ong Bak.
Dude, it's so good. And that dude, the lead actor in it, Tony Jaa, is like legit martial artist. He's not like fake like Jackie Chan. I mean, Jackie Chan's not fake, but...
He's a very good artist, though. I mean,
yeah.
Jackie Chan is a legitimate person in life.
Yeah. Oh, no, I would definitely have a beer with the guy. For sure. But yeah, that was before we moved in the apartment. That was like when I was living with my dad.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's all right. We love each other. The apartment happened. It was differential between both sides, but it happens. And people will do stupid things, and it's happened. So
yeah, man.
People get over things as well. And life is a crazy journey.
Yeah, we got our sound guy over here. He's fiddling with the remote.
That's not the only thing I'm going to be fiddling with.
Oh, my. Wow. All right.
That better be the only thing.
Dude.
If
it's not gay in a three-way,
then
boys.
It's gay.
It's not gay.
Last time I counted, there are 3 of us. I don't know where I'm going with that. What was that? God.
Sometimes you gotta drink Mike's Hard. Sometimes you gotta drink Miller. I mean, there's always the option where you could drink something else.
And sometimes Mike's harder than Miller.
Sometimes Mike is a little bit harder than Miller. I actually had a gym coach named Mike Miller. He was actually my freshman coach as well.
Different strokes.
Mike's different strokes for different folks. Mike Miller, shouts out. You're also my golf coach. And you didn't teach me very much. So thank you.
Oh, man. We're going to set a record for shout-outs today.
Shout out.
I love it. So anyways, we lived in an apartment together. Me and Matt moved out. We fixed things after the fact. Everybody did a little bit of growing, myself included.
Yep.
Got over some stuff. And eventually, you get to what? This past year, you moved out again to, where'd you move?
Moved out to Denver.
Ooh, the Big D.
The Big
as
D.
they call it.
Went to the Bronco State.
Yeah. You've told me some of like what went on there. I don't know if you... I mean, I've heard the stories, but like, I would like you to share for the podcast if you want. But
absolutely,
it's purely up to you what you share on here, because I'm not gonna like force any guests to like go too much into it if they don't want to. But I feel like it's a good way for people to like talk about what's going on, you know. And I know some, you know, things happened out there. So
yeah. So I moved out to Denver. I was really trying to work at a brewery at first, and I actually got a job when I found the roommate that I ended up living with. I actually got a job in construction and worked there for about 3 to 4 weeks while I was searching for another job. I learned how to float walls. I learned how to reconstruct the inside of some houses, electrical units. I learned some cool stuff. After that, I actually found a job at a brewery called Prost, and it was a German brewery. They only had the German beers, no IPAs, no Coronas, no Bud Lights, no nothing like that. And I was starting to learn how to brew that stuff. And I only got into the bottling process until I got a job at a golf course and I started giving lessons. So I started giving lessons at a golf course and I started golfing for free all the time and running the pro shop, helping sell some merchandise. And that was a good time. So I ended up just taking that job and being a manager at a golf course.
Yeah. So you were doing a lot of different things and
did a lot of some cool stuff.
Yeah. And then, I mean, obviously you're getting a little bit of that. The good medicinal stuff.
There was some good
where it is legal.
Some good things out there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Some good benefits for sure.
Oh yeah. Hitting the slopes.
Hitting you know.
Hitting other things, you know.
I won't
the
go
slopes
too much
mostly.
more into it. The slopes is cool. That'll be a
yeah.
good word for it.
Yeah. Oh man.
But
I wish I could live in Colorado. That sounds like a good time.
It is amazing. I lived in Denver. It was downtown Denver. I was about 3 to 4 minutes from the downtown. Anything going on downtown. I was less than 2 miles, about 1.5 miles away from the Rockies Stadium. Same with the Nuggets. I forget what it was. The Pepsi Center where the Nuggets played.
Yeah.
And I was very close to all that. And it was a good time. And I loved it. Absolutely. But, you know. Stuff.
I mean, I like to think that every time has a beginning and an end. And, you
Absolutely.
know, it wore out its welcome, I assume, and you moved on to better things.
Absolutely. It was a good time, though, while it lasted. It was it's beautiful out there. You can't discount that. It's an amazing state. They got the mountains. We could travel about 25-30 minutes and be from 75-degree weather to about 6 feet of snow in the mountains. We could go to Red Rocks, which was about 10 minutes away, which is very nice. So it's a very cool place.
Yeah. Would you ever consider moving back out there?
100%.
You would?
Absolutely.
Sure. Would you go to Denver or would you?
I would probably go back to Denver unless I might go if I had enough money. I would probably go out a little more west into the mountains, maybe buy a house up around that area because it's beautiful.
Dude, that is absolutely beautiful. Literally my dream is to just.
It's amazing out there.
Just move into the mountains and just. Oh man, that sounds good.
It's sweet.
Anyways, I feel like I'm getting an echo right now. Maybe not an echo. It's just feel like I'm hearing my voice.
I don't know if I hear an echo.
If you talk, you can hear it through the studio monitors.
Okay. I was wondering what that was. I felt like I was getting a little bit of a...
No, you're good.
Anyways, we're good. Sound guy says... Sorry, not the sound guy.
Moving on.
I'm just giving you crap. Just because you was fiddling with my microphone earlier. Pal.
It was on purpose.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It actually was on purpose. Yeah, you had it set to omnidirectional.
Did I? I thought I had it.
It needed to be set to cardioid.
Wow, I messed that up.
I fix.
But also you protect. But also you protect.
I fix.
But I also protect. But most
He fixed, but most importantly, he
fixed.
cast.
He cast.
Yeah. So, I mean, oh man, I was just thinking about when me and Matt started this podcast. I don't know if any of you guys, and when I say you guys, I'm talking to the people that listen to it. Any of you guys have remember what that was like?
No, thank you.
It's fine. No, you guys, they're vaping. in my I should clarify, we're in my bedroom, otherwise known as more eloquently Studio J, and And they're vaping in here, and it's just getting like really thick clouds,
I
like
have not
wafting
done
through.
it yet.
No, you haven't. I should say
haven't.
it's the sound guy.
The sound guy that doesn't care about sound.
He only cares about fap clouds, right? That's all that matters. It's nothing else mattered in the world.
Kim Jong Un. If there's any survivors out there, and Kim Jong Un nuked the U.S. and this is the last recording on tape anywhere, will the nukes go off? Yo, what up?
Where are you going with that? It's like you're heading somewhere.
What up? Are you guys talking Korean now? Is that the language of the United States? Is that what it is? Everyone listening in the future?
I've been trying
I actually
to grow
wish
a beard.
Would you have a beard? Would you have a beard by then?
I don't know if I would. I don't think I would have time because I still can't.
I feel like
grow
it's
a
coming
beard,
along
a
pretty
full
well.
beard.
You got some.
I got a thick goatee
nice
that I'm
shrubbery
working
coming
on,
along,
but
yeah.
I really need to work on those sideburns and the chops.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all about the chops.
Yeah.
The ladies love the chops.
Do they?
They do.
I have to write that down. Hold on, 1 second. I'm gonna write that down right now. Anybody got a pen? Ladies love the
I got a
chops.
pen.
I also hear they like really thin mustaches.
I mean,
That's why I
probably
do
thin mine
that.
out.
That's why I have a thin mustache, because they like it. But so yeah, there's some thick clouds in here in Studio J currently. I don't actually want to write it down, Mike. That was a joke, dude.
You need a pen. It looks official.
Yeah, but this is not a video podcast yet,
Find
so
some documents, dude.
let me get your John Hancock.
Let me get your John.
Your John.
You guys?
Did you remember that clip from Family Guy when it's like, John Hancock? He changed his name to Fist Penis.
To fist penis? Or
Yeah, Fist Penis.
Or Fitz penis?
No, Fist Penis. Yes, Fitz Penis.
Was it Fitz?
It was you the whole
I
time.
feel really bad.
You should
I feel
change
like
your
a
name to
douche.
Fitz Penis. You know what? I swear, I literally just had a conversation with both of you outside before we started recording this, and I was like, look, guys. He's like, I try to keep it as clean as I can. You know, don't cuss unless you have to. And then here I am making jokes about John Hancock, one of our nation's founders.
Jan. They call him Jan. Jan.
Janice. Marty. Janice. SpongeBob. Who are these people?
Oh, SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Mount Vernon.
And he-
Shuts up.
There it is again. A shout out to Mount Vernon Nazarene University, a
I almost
college I
went there.
didn't go to.
I ate there, and I was a fan of the food that they had at the university.
Did you eat in their PSU, the Prince Student
I
Union?
did, and they
They
had
got that little-
cereal on tap.
What they call that, Route 86 or something? Their little diner that's in there.
Yeah, and they had like some burritos in there. It was almost revolutionary.
Yeah, man, they took food and then they wrapped it up in a tortilla.
I mean, everything was wrapped in tortillas like a little present.
It was new age.
It was like Christmas.
For sure. Postmodern.
Postmodern.
Oh shit, that's deep.
Oh, man. So anyways, so I guess, or we talked about what you've been up to. You know, you took a trip. I could call it a trip because you were there for about half a year or something.
I was there for
Colorado.
about four months or so.
Yeah, close to half a year.
Yeah.
Well, then, like, what have I been up to? Geez, because I haven't recorded a podcast in, well, okay. Little secret, guys, all my fan out there. We did record some episodes. Me and Matt, back when he was still doing this with me, we recorded a few episodes 2 or 3 years ago, and we never released any. We even built a website for this whole ordeal, which hopefully I'll have up and running by the time I want to release this on the 1st of September, but I mean, there's a chance that it's not, so just bear with me. But we did make some episodes and then never released them, so it's like our hidden files. And then, but other than that, we hadn't made an episode since 5 years ago. Like, I was 19 the last time we made an episode that got released. Yeah, dude, I was like, it was crazy who I was then and who I am now. Like, I like to look back, and I was like drinking cream soda, and
eating
probably
corn chowder.
probably munching on some corn chowder and maybe some beef jerky or something.
Maybe some buffalo chicken dip as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, my brother makes really good buffalo
He
chicken
does.
dip. Dude.
It's the best.
It's great.
About to eat some. Nate.
I'll have to hit him up because he hasn't even seen my apartment yet.
Shout out to Nate.
I should just invite him over and be like, dude, come make
We
me and
played
Fitz
softball
some.
together.
That's true, you guys did.
Yes.
So hazy.
So we're getting some behind the scenes footage from Mike right now. It's pretty hazy in here. Anyways, so yeah, I didn't smoke. I didn't drink. I didn't do any of that. I was virgin. Back when I was 19, and it was just a weird who I am now. It's things have changed so much differently. It's not like I just completely went off the deep end, but I grew up a lot and I experienced a lot of things. A lot of stuff happened.
Absolutely.
Oh man,
Same here.
I think I went through. What has it been like? I think it's a solid 4, maybe 5 relationships since then. And not one of them was healthy.
How many have I been in?
Oh man, I mean, okay, who's the girl you were kind of seeing when we were in the apartment? Was her name Jessica? Jessica.
Yes, it was.
Oh yeah, it was. I didn't know anything about the girl. I just heard her name literally.
That name.
I can't even. Oh right. I mean, your
I'm
current amazing girlfriend might listen to this. You have the best girlfriend ever right now, and
kidding.
You're so taken and in love and
I'm
happy
just
now. And I'm not gonna mess with that.
I'm so taken.
Do you want to give a shout out?
Shouts out to my girlfriend. She's the best thing
ever
on the menu.
Real talk, man. It's real talk.
Real talk. Oh my gosh, that is such a perfectly natural segue, dude. You remember Real Talk?
Are you talking about? Hold on, let me think.
Or
what the song was called?
Real Talk. It was literally called Real Talk. That was the song name.
Well, we had Real Talk and we had
dude.
Some
rapping
rabbits.
rapping rabbits.
Rabbits.
Rapping rabbits.
The rapping rabbits.
Yeah, me and Fitz collabed on a
We
song one
collabed
time.
so hard that I think it sent shocks through the universe. To be 100% honest, it was pretty crazy.
We had we didn't even record my lines for Rapping Rabbits because we never released it.
We did.
We
had it. We had it though. We had it.
I don't think I ever finished recording the lines for that song because I remember leaving partway through before I'd gotten a good take to go hang out with my girlfriend at the time, or the girl that I was seeing at the time, not officially dating.
We will not speak of that though.
That girl.
You want to stand up?
Absolutely. No, that's all you. That's all good. I was just fixing my drawers.
What are you doing?
Thank
You
you.
could do a stand-up thing.
A stand-up comedy.
Yeah,
I mean,
we could definitely do
If
that.
I had an act.
I mean, if we had the video going, but not yet.
That's a. I
But,
think you guys need to talk to Jason about getting his video going.
Oh my god, it's been
Somebody talk to him. Buy
Somebody
it for
kick him
him.
in the balls.
somebody teach me how to work a camera. Is more like. I already had enough trouble getting this set up. I didn't do a whole lot. I just begged Mike for help.
You'd have to black out these blinds. We'd have to get some studio lights.
Well, I'm definitely gonna get some studio lights in here for sure. That's definitely step.
We need to get
7.
some heavy drapes to put over these windows.
Yeah,
For sure.
my dude.
Definitely.
It'd be dope AF, as the kids say.
Dude, the kids say some weird shit.
The kids say some weird stuff.
Oh man, but we made that song called Real Talk though, and that did. I don't know if we ever. It was kind of a joke song. It was
I don't
we were
know
just
if we
having
ever
fun.
released it,
Do you
but it
remember
was sweet.
your lines to that? Do you remember your rhymes? Because
yes, I do.
I remember mine pretty distinctly.
I briefly spoke of. I think I said spitting nonsense like a chicken's
Spitting
no.
nonsense like a chicken's esophagus.
No, like I got a chicken in my esophagus or something.
Oh,
like
I remember that line. Yeah,
that.
dude,
It was
I
something
remember
pretty
that.
cool. It was something pretty cool.
Which is a pretty ill lyric, by the way. It's better than half the stuff that comes out these days.
It was some pretty crazy stuff. Tell me what your part was.
Should I do it in my J Real voice?
Do it. Jason, do it.
Do I need to do it right now?
J Reels.
I'm
J Reels about to drop a hot
sober
track.
for this.
J Reels.
Can you give me that tempo?
How fast is it?
What was it? I remember because it was like J Real here, quite a stiff flow. Some say. Yeah. Okay, now that's a little. J Real here, I quite a stiff flow. Some say I'm like Hitler. You don't know me, you better tell her. Read my poem, Helen Keller. No nonsense, hypnotic trance. On the floor like a supersonic dance. Torn apart. And then I don't remember. I said something about being top of the charts, and it was just really.
That was good.
That
It was
the
supposed
most
to be
amazing-
That
stupid.
was pretty good.
It was literally the whitest thing I've ever done in my life.
That was the most amazing
honestly
thing
say.
I've ever done in my whole life. I remember
man.
that too,
Dude.
because it was really good. I loved it.
Sometimes, man, I just think about myself, and I'm like, why am I here? What did I do to get to... Why? I have no words sometimes. Oh, man. Oh, my God. I feel like we almost started with recent stuff and started working backwards. So I was going to talk about... I don't know. I mean, there's not a whole lot to talk about. We met in church. Like, church was like...
Yep.
That whole church life thing, man.
The whole church life.
It was like youth group, like, ugh, you know.
Ugh.
I used to like youth group. I never really like. I look back at old me and I'm just like
Jason is
shaking my
youth
head,
group. Jason is the youth group.
dude.
I'm
Dude,
kidding.
YG. That's right. That's me.
YG, that's JR. J Real. That's too funny. But no, that was a good time while it lasted, though. Glad it happened.
Oh
Glad it
man,
happened.
what a bro. So we just got served some delicious beverages by the name of A&W Cream Soda. Buy at your local
A&W.
Grocer's Mart. Bought at ye old
I don't know if I can drink.
Drug
I
Mart.
might be dehydrated.
Do you want water instead?
I drank way too much coffee today.
Dude, I only had like 2 cups, but
I drank like 4 cups. Are you sure? Thanks, dude.
dude,
What a clutch,
Dude.
Awesome guy.
our sound guy is such a bro.
He
I keep
is
calling him the sound guy every time he leaves, just
He
to
is
like
the guy.
just to grind his gears. Even though he's gonna be my co-host for now. I say for now, but like not in a condescending way, but like, you know.
I mean, he's the man.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. You met him for the first time today.
Yep, he's a good guy. I have not met him before, but I had the pleasure to today, and I'm very glad I did.
He's a chill dude.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's a youngin', but he's a chill dude.
He is a very cool guy. Thanks, dude.
I don't
He
want to.
brought me water, and I love water.
Just
I
keeping our
gotta
boy
stay
hydrated over here.
I gotta stay hydrated.
Quench your thirst, boy.
I don't want to spoil too much about the co-host / sound guy, but
Pro-host.
because because I figure the next episode will be probably as far as I can see just me and him, and it'll be a better way to introduce him to the podcast as the
Cannot wait to hear
co-host.
it. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
man.
good.
And I figure when we do that, we'll probably get into more nerdier things.
So this would kind of be episode 2.
This is our first episode, but I might release this after the other one. You know.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too much into the future because the future is the future, my dude.
The future is deep, but the future is wide open.
You know what else is deep and wide open?
What's that?
The river.
The
And
river.
You know what else? I'm diving in.
The Cuyahoga watershed.
You're diving?
You know the Stephen Chapman song?
I'm diving in, I'm going in, and on my head I'm going in.
The river's deep,
Lost
the river's
in-
wide.
River's water is alive, I'm going in.
I'm diving in.
Like jazz.
Stephen Curtis Chapman. He shouts out Stephen. Toby Mac.
That's number 6.
I've been
Toby
listening.
Mac, if you listening, man, you got me through
I
my
still
childhood
listen
unscathed,
to
man.
Toby
I got no fights.
Mac.
I listen to Toby Mac.
We
Toby Mac got me through
down
it
to the
all.
bottom.
Unscathed.
He's got some good stuff.
Unscathed. He taught me. He gave me positive, encouraging words.
He taught me
up.
how to live life.
Yeah, he rapped about it too, and his kids got on the beat a couple times.
I was not very sure what he rapped about half the time.
It's
but
kind
I
of
did it.
cringy when his kids got on because they were like 4 and they're on like a serious rap song, and it kind of
Gets grimy.
At some point, you're going from like talented musician to okay, you're being too much of a dad right now. Like
what happened with Gordon Ramsay? What happened with Gordon Ramsay?
Gordon Ramsay was
serious chef. He used to be a serious chef.
okay, but I have something to say about that.
Now he just cooks with his kids on YouTube.
Yeah, but like he was never actually a really, really mean guy. He was very serious, but they would edit his stuff.
I know, but that's the stark contrast now. Is he's actually peeking through.
He's just like doing dad things, you know. I assume I'll mellow out a little bit when I have little giblets running around.
That's right.
And I'll have to be a little bit nicer, I suppose.
Don't forget it.
Yeah, but every now and then I'm gonna lay down the law. You know, they need to know what's up. You know, just a couple bruises ain't nothing. Yeah, it's like my daddy taught me. I'm just kidding. I love you, pops. Oh, and by the way, the plan is to have pops on the podcast. I'm gonna have my dad
amazing
on. It's gonna be awesome.
Podcast for sure.
I might not let the sound guy in for that one.
Dude, no way! I gotta be there.
You just let some weird stuff drop about me that my dad doesn't know yet.
I'll be like a little bit closer, sir. Yeah, put it right. Get in there.
And then just
yeah.
You do not make derogatory signals or gestures about my father. I won't have it.
That's not what I meant. I was just saying this.
How is that gay?
That's not gay. It's not. I'll show you gay.
So I'm looking at our time here.
Jay, I might have to.
I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping it up here. I was just looking at our time. We're closing in on about 50 minutes. So these podcasts are going to be about, I don't know, somewhere between 45 minutes to an hour probably is what my goal is. And it's just going to be a conversation with me and whoever's on the cast. This one's a little bit different because Fitzy's here. And he's a good friend of mine, so we can just kind of ramble. And it just kind of
comes off the top.
Sounds like an incoherent
natural.
mess sometimes, but it's just like a conversation. But like more with the next ones, you know, we're going to be more into very particular topics. I don't know whether it's gaming or music or film. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, fellas. If you want to follow Fitzy on social media of some kind, he can drop that right now if you are interested in listening to his rap stuff because he's super talented. He's on Spotify.
_of _Jordan. So that is it.
Horde _of Jordan.
Horde of Jordan.
Spotify. Are you on Google Play?
On Spotify, on iTunes, not Google Play.
Okay. Spotify and iTunes. He's there. Check him out. He's really talented. I've listened to like all of his stuff actually. I think Mastodon is my fave. Was that the one that you did, or was it called Waves? You did something with Matt as well that I really liked.
That was the Wave. Mastodon. I actually made the beat and sang it. So.
Yeah, and you killed it. And that's why I'm just shilling uncontrollably for you because you deserve it. You're talented, my dude.
Thank you.
So this has been Amused with the World. Episode probably 2, maybe 1. I don't know.
Whatever Jay Real decides, he's the man around here.
And this is Jason Hartzler and
Mike Yo
signing out, man.
Signing out. Have Jordan signing out.
As always, have a great night and don't drink and drive.
Don't do it.
Stay in school.
Peace.